Once upon a time, in a small village tucked between rolling hills and dense forests, there was a young girl named Maya. She was known for her curiosity and a heart full of dreams bigger than the sky. Unlike many of her peers, Maya didn't just see the stars at night. She saw them as a reminder that there was something more to life than what the eye could see. Maya lived with her grandmother, who was a kind and wise woman. They didn't have much, just a humble cottage, a few goats, and a small vegetable garden, but their home was filled with laughter and love. Maya's grandmother always encouraged her to follow her dreams, no matter how big or impossible they seemed. One evening, as they sat outside under the twinkling sky, Maya asked her grandmother, "Grandma, do you think I could touch the stars someday?" Her grandmother smiled softly and replied, "The stars are there to remind us that there's always something to reach for, no matter how far away it seems. But remember, Maya, sometimes the journey to reaching those stars is just as important as the stars themselves." Maya thought about her grandmother's words and decided that she was going to chase a dream, no matter how wild it seemed. She didn't know exactly how, but she wanted to become an astronaut, to touch the stars she admired every night. The people in her village didn't understand. "You're just a village girl," they said. "The stars are for people in big cities with fancy schools and lots of money. You'll never make it." But Maya didn't let their words stop her. She began studying everything she could about space, the universe, and science. Her books were worn out from use, but she read them every day. She built her own little telescope from scrap parts she found around the village, and when it didn't work, she would try again, using her imagination and determination to improve it. As she grew older, Maya faced more obstacles. She didn't have the money to go to a big university, and she didn't have connections with powerful people, but she had something far stronger: a burning passion and an unshakable belief in herself. One day, an astronaut from a distant city visited her village for a talk. Maya, excited but nervous, stood up and asked, "Do you think someone like me from a small village with no resources could ever become an astronaut?" The astronaut smiled and said, "The universe doesn't care where you come from. It only cares about what you bring with you, your heart, your dedication, and your willingness to push through every challenge." Those words lit a fire in Maya's heart. She worked tirelessly, applying for scholarships, learning new skills, and never once giving up. Years later, Maya found herself standing at the gates of a prestigious space academy, her dream on the verge of becoming a reality. She had made it. When the day finally came for Maya to board a spaceship and journey into the stars, she looked out at the Earth from her window, tears of joy filling her eyes. She had touched the stars, not because they were within arm's reach, but because she had the courage to reach for them, even when everyone else told her it was impossible. Maya became an inspiration to millions, especially to young people who thought their dreams were too big. Her story reminded them that no dream is too distant and no person is too small to make a difference. The stars weren't just something to look at anymore, they were something to chase. And so, every time a child in a small village looked up at the sky, they remembered Maya, the girl who dared to dream beyond the stars. Moral of the story: dreams may seem far, but they are only impossible if you stop trying, keep reaching, keep learning, and always believe in the power of your own journey. The stars are not just out of reach, they're waiting for you to reach for them.